Well, hey, bitch, it's JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Listen, we got to talk about love and hip hop, okay? This is kind of like a mid-season like closer before they come back for another season in 2025, okay? So we definitely got to go ahead and talk about this final episode. Make sure that you guys are supporting the channel by liking up the video and also subscribing to the channel for your girl, okay? Let's get into Sierra and Spice, okay? Because of course they link up, and Sierra walked in there like she really didn't want to say shit to Spice. She walked in there like she was kind of forced to have this meeting by production. So I thought that was funny. And Spice was like, wait a minute, is that what we doing? Now I'm just trying to see if that's what we doing, okay? And Sierra was kind of like, yeah, that is what we doing, BIT, because you should have never sat up there and let that play me out like that. I don't want to hit that because you knew what you was doing. You let that bitch get on that stage with that whack ass song and diss the fuck out of me, okay? And you got me over there dancing and jamming to the shit, and I didn't even know the bitch was dissing me. How dare you, okay? So I love that Sierra was over there calling Spice out on her SHI. You invited that girl knowing damn well that you was finna let Amy perform that lame ass song, and I just feel like you weren't being a friend to Sierra in that moment. And however she calls you out is exactly how she calls you out. I don't really like how I'm glad that they were able to move forward, but I don't really like how they were able to move forward. I feel like Spice was not willing to take any type of accountability, in my opinion. And then when Sierra was continuing to express herself, Spice was like, girl, shut up, let me get some of your cornbread. And I'm just like, is the issue really resolved? Do you even really like her? Because you damn sure was trying to show out on her and stun on her when it came to Rennie. Knowing that she's going to be the godparent to Rennie's child, you over here throwing all these damn baby showers and stuff like you're over here trying to outdo Sierra. So, Spice, what is your issue with Sierra for real, for real? Okay, what's really going on? Anywho, so Spice is trying to let Sierra know that the music is just music and it's not personal. And I'm like, well, if it's not personal, then you should not allow Amy to bring her personal feelings into it to let somebody diss somebody. You know what I'm saying? To allow her to diss your friends. Like, I don't think that was cool. So now Spice is saying in a confessional that as the producer of the album, she has to approve the song before she can put it under her name. And I'm like, ma'am, please make it make sense. Okay? Okay? Please? Now you want to sit up here and talk about approving a song before it can go on the album? But then you was over there asking Amy, like, are you going to keep it? What are you going to do? Or you wasn't telling her she needed to change anything. You just automatically was approving it. And I think this whole project is kind of stupid, in my opinion. Like, I'm thinking that you guys are supposed to be working on an album, but it's giving one track cipher. And I don't really like that. And honestly, if I could jump ahead just a bit, when it comes to the performances, I don't think anybody did good. Nobody. Okay? I mean, nobody. Because the song sounded like, because I watched the show again and I just couldn't get into the songs. Like, the track was bad. And you know what I question is sometimes when we watch reality shows, right? And we see people performing to a song sometimes, or either dancing to a song. Sometimes it's not the real song that they're moving to. Right? Maybe they couldn't get clearance on the beat, so they had to use a different song. You know what I'm saying? One song that's probably going to be, or a beat that's going to be free for them to use on TV or whatever the case is. And I'm wondering if that was the case with this song, because I just felt like everybody's raps did not flow to this actual track. Some people had, flows that could have been, you know how you have flows and it can match different beats. We see that all the time when people over there and they like to mash up Beyonce tracks with whole other tracks. And it's like, oh, damn, that's all, her lyrics flow with that. Some people can do that. So I'm questioning, is that what happened here? Were these people rapping on a completely different beat or something originally? And I don't know, but I don't like it. The shit was whack. I ain't like nobody's performance, and that's just what it is. Okay, Sierra says that she didn't call her not one time to give her a heads up, and she didn't. Sierra, baby, I don't know how many times you need somebody to tell and show you that they really ain't your friend and they really not rocking for you. Wasn't Spice also one of the people that did not pull up to the hospital to check on you? Like, Sierra, what's going on, baby? Okay, these people really ain't giving your friends, okay? Spice says that Sierra was asking her to be messy and she couldn't call her and tell her that. Like, you're asking me to be messy and I couldn't do that. Spice irritated me so much because you couldn't be messy, but you allowed Amy to be messy as you sat in there and listened to the track that she created and then gave her a platform for a event that you were inviting these very people to for her to diss. I don't know how much more messier that can get. That's more messier than giving her a phone call and giving her a heads up. Crazy work, just gaslighting the hell out the girl. So Spice decides to invite Sierra after listening to her song. The song wasn't bad, and in all honesty, I felt like when I saw it, I was like, Sierra song, her lyrics about fit the song a little bit better than a lot of folks that was standing up there. But I was like, how about I just don't like nobody? Okay, if that's what the end result is, that Sierra did better than some of the people that actually be out here doing it. I don't like nobody goddamn track. How about that? But anywho, Spice heard the song. She didn't think it sound bad. Okay, your business going out of business. Okay, that was funny because I'm like, you couldn't find another word for that. But anywho, child, that's what it was. So she says she can't tell anyone what to say, and as an artist, I can't tell you what to say either. So sis, I want you to be a part of this project that I'm doing that come to the cipher. Just like I couldn't tell Amy, I'm not going to tell you what to do. So if you want to bring your disses, girl, bring your disses. Bye, Spice. Bye, girl. Bye, girl. Let's get to Rashida and Kirk. So Rashida and Kirk are back together. Kirk is explaining himself and says he only deleted the messages because her energy was negative. Bye, Kurt. Bye. Bye, sir. See you later. It's another day in Frostland. All right. They're happy. They working on their marital issues as usual. Goodbye. Okay. We are tired of Kirk and his excuses, and we tired of Rashida. So good luck. Whatever y'all want to do, y'all gonna do that anyway. Cause that's just how y'all is. All right. Bambi and Chaotic. Of course, they're talking about Scrap because I believe at this point we're getting to the cipher. Okay. The cipher in the A or whatever she calls it. So they're talking about Scrappy. She's trying to understand what's the conflict because I heard that you guys was beefing. Okay. And Chaotic says that he took his name off the YouTube because he don't know how to handle his motherfucking business. And I'm not trying to be tied to somebody that don't know how to handle their business. It's really just giving it simple. Okay. So that's what's going on with them. Zane and Ashley talk, and she says that she needs to know what they doing. Okay. She says Junior's probably going to go and live with his dad. All right. To maintain, I guess, some type of consistency until they figure out what they're going to do because she's halfway out the door when it comes to him. Zane pissed, okay? He's questioning, like, whether he had, like, did you have this convo already with your baby daddy without talking to me? When did y'all have this conversation, okay? So he's feeling away, and he's like, girl, you wait till we get on TV. You wait until we get on TV, until we start filming for you to bring this shit to me. Like, that's really messed up. And she was like, well, shit, I had to learn a lot on TV about your BM. So what's going on? And I said, I know that's right. Because that's exactly how I was feeling in the beginning. Not you over there feeling some type of way about what she has to say or the conversations that she's having about her child with his dad. That's not your child. Okay, you may be standing in the place of for a little bit when he ain't there. But I feel like she really ain't have to tell you nothing. Okay, but of course she did. I mean, y'all married or whatever. Have the conversation. But for you to feel so obligated to information, you didn't consult with her about going over there and giving that little boy your last name, not knowing whether he's your child or not, just doing what you want to do. So I feel like she got every right to just go ahead and talk to her son's dad and go ahead and put things in place, especially if she's in a position where she probably finna leave your ass. So she don't, if I gotta go ahead and get the fuck out, because you ain't doing right, let me go ahead and make sure first, before I do anything, let me make sure my kid's straight first as a priority, okay? So he can feel how he want to feel, and it's just going to be what it's going to be, all right? So bye, Zane. See you later. We'll figure out more about what's going to happen with their little story and storyline at a later time, okay? Meanwhile, we saw her standing on the sideline supporting him and all of that. So I don't think Ashley is really going anywhere, to be honest, okay? I don't think she's at that point where she's fed up, so she's going to continue to deal. I think she just wanted him to see how it felt, right? To make moves and not consult your partner. So that's where they are, all right? Let's get to Yandy and Mendices, because Mendices ain't been wearing his ring. They've been having issues within their marriage, and she decided she's going to bring a jeweler there to see if she can find a ring for him to put back on his finger that may match his watch or whatever he had going on. So she presented him with that, and he says that she's worried too much about public perception. I'm not saying that she shouldn't be or that she shouldn't be, but at the same time, things between y'all are going public and it's allowing people to create narratives and stuff. So with that being said, I think both of y'all should be worried about that because it's affected your relationship just a little bit. He also says that her focus is the ring and that's not his focus. His focus is actually working on the marriage. And I'm like, man, DC's, why are you stupid? As handsome as you are, I hate that it doesn't come with brains just a bit, okay? Sir, in order to work on the marriage as well, you have to take into consideration for her that is something that affects her and that bothers her. So you can't say that the ring isn't your focus, but strengthening the marriage is. What's going to strengthen it for y'all is her feeling secure and knowing that her man is proud to be married to her and he's proud to walk around with that wedding ring on. Okay? So I guess, but he said he was going to do it because it make her happy or whatever. But anywho, we know later on that night we didn't see him with the ring on. So I'm like, did you get the ring sized, baby? What's going on? Okay. Anywho, I feel like, Andy, take that ring off sometimes. Just wear your band sometimes or whatever. Okay. And see how he act with that. Okay. Because I feel like they can do it. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when you do it. Bet. Okay. Anywho. Let's get to the showcase, all right? So, well, before we get to the showcase, because they're still showing us events leading up to the showcase, Rich pops up. Rich from New York, Erica Mina's ex, okay, ex-boo. What we learned is that he's there with Jasmine. So Jasmine had asked Erica when Erica invited her if she could bring a guy. She does. She brings Richie Dollars. The fact that she brings Richie Dollars along does question me and make me wonder if we are going to be seeing Richie Dollars on Love and Hip Hop ATL just a tad bit more. I don't know, because them two linking up is very odd to me. Like, why would y'all and how would y'all really know each other for real? So I wouldn't be surprised if we end up seeing him a little bit more. Now, Jasmine, Yandy came, hold on, let me see. Yeah, so we talk about that. Jasmine, Erica, and Rashida and Kirk are all in the room together. Jasmine finds Erica. She goes into that room. Soon as she comes into that room, Rashida decides she's going to get up and leave the room. Some part of me feels like, Rashida, when you get up and leave a room, I know for you, you may be like, I don't want to have no interaction with this girl. I don't want to get upset and snap off on her. But then also it be given, when you get up and leave a room, that you scared. It's given just a little bit that she got you so bothered that you got to get the hell up out your seat and go. Like, it's something like I don't like. I know what you may be trying to do, but I don't really like how it looks at the same time. Like, it gives that she ruffles your feathers so much that you got to step out. And I feel like it should be the other way around. You the wife. She should be bothered by your presence, okay? But, it is what it is. Rashida gets up and moves. She leaves Kirk there. Kirk and Jasmine starts talking, Of course, he apologizes for lying on her, saying, nah, you wasn't coming to the house with the birthday suit on, coming to the door with the birthday suit on. So, my bad. I shouldn't have lied. Stop that. My bad, okay? The fact that Jasmine told us that was not what was happening and Kirk was creating this or whatever, I feel like the daughter tried to say that she's done that too. So didn't Rashida meet up with the daughter and say that Jasmine has also come to the door with some certain type of attire on? First of all, I can't remember if she did or didn't. But my thing has always been, she's in her fucking house at the end of the day. She could come to the door how she chooses, okay? In my opinion, as long as she ain't trying to entice you into nothing or whatever, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But come to find out, he was lying. And if the daughter did say that, then your daughter was over there lying too. Because she'll lie for her daddy, and y'all all over there trying to paint it out to make it seem like daddy don't want her, and daddy, you don't know what the hell your daddy wanted. Because before y'all knew he had got her pregnant, y'all probably was sitting up there saying the same shit. As if your daddy is this perfect man, only to find out that the child really was his. Like, girl, what the hell? But anywho, he over there apologizing for lying, and Jasmine was like, yeah, and you should, because you was fucking lying, and I been said that you were. So now I'm like, well, hell, he lied about that. I still believe Jasmine on the text messages because he deleted them. Then he gonna ask her to, well, I apologized about what I lied about. So, don't you think that you can, like, take the pictures, apologize about misconstruing or whatever the message is. But how Kirk was wording it to her, I feel like he didn't blatantly call her a liar. So when he went and apologized to her And when she left out the room, he followed behind her. It was like, hey, I took accountability for, the things that I said and stuff. Like, can you take some accountability for like the messages or something like that? But he wasn't really calling her a liar. So I'm like, are you wanting her to take accountability for putting the messages out there, which, exposed you? Are you wanting her to apologize for exposing you or something like that? I don't know. But, it seemed like he was trying to be a little careful with how he approached that with her. But the end result is I feel like he was lying at the end of the day. And Jasmine was like, no, because your stuff you needed to apologize for it because you lied on me. I, on the other hand, did not lie on you. So I'm not finna delete or apologize, not so much as delete. I'm not finna apologize about shit. Okay, so he felt the way he walked off. He had no choice but to walk off. I still believe Jasmine. His excuse don't even make sense. When somebody send me something negative, I delete it. So then that would mean that when Rashida sends you something negative, you delete it, right? Oh, okay. But now that you know your history with your wife and she doesn't trust you when it comes to Jasmine, then you would think that he would just save the messages. So if there's any point that you need to vindicate yourself and show that this girl lying on me, you would have those that proof to show that. So Kirk is full of shit. As always. Anywho, he says he does want to legitimize Cannon. He wants to give him his last name and stuff. He wants to eliminate the lawyers because he's tired of paying them. And he's like, are you okay with the money that I give you every month? She said, yeah, I'm good with that. He was like, cool. We'll get everything drafted up. We'll know that you are okay with that. I'll continue to send you that amount, and that's it. And she was like, okay, good. Sayonara. That's all I needed. Okay? Because ain't nobody stunned you like that. It is what it is. Let's get to the performances. Actually, we don't have to. Everybody did bad. I didn't really like it. I think they did better in the rehearsal than they did on the stage. Okay. I put it on one, I usually I like to fast forward through stuff, but I'm like, nah, let me put it on like the normal speed so I can actually hear what the people are saying and listen to the songs. And this shit was terrible. I don't care. Like nobody. And then you know what the other thing was? The other thing was this. They did not play people's tracks long enough for us to really connect with what they were saying. And I feel like the starting point, like, usually you could get the build up of the song, get the vibe before the person, does their song so you can like flow with it. It just wasn't good. The editing wasn't good, which therefore made their performances look bad. And I just wasn't hearing it. Shekinah was over there fucking up, but she was doing the best that she could, I just was not, And whatever Sierra did, like once they cut the music, she's still trying to freestyle and stuff. And I'm just like, this is not it. Y'all look terrible. Anywho, Sierra brings up Scrappy's name when she talked about old girl smashing on Bambi's ex-man, and then Scrappy wants to get offended because he just wants to be a part of it so bad. Like, yeah, they mentioned you, but Amy been mentioning you. Even when Spice called out the fact that Amy said that y'all was together and doing this and that, you ain't even blow up on them like that or blow up on her. Spice has said it on more than one occasion. You ain't blow up on her, but you feel like because it's Bambi and somebody else is friends with Bambi that you could disrespect them and then call them hoes and all this other stuff. Then talk about you was assaulted on the track. You sound so fucking stupid. He sounded so dumb in my opinion. So she brought up the fact that him and Amy messing around, and really this is what Amy is going around telling folks. So come on now, and you about doing it too. While you over there telling Rollo or whoever else that you went on a date with Amy, like we learned that Chaotic wrote the song for Sierra. So Scrappy gets upset and he's like, oh, he did that. So he wants to walk up on Chaotic and flex on Chaotic. So he like runs up on him like, hey, I need to talk to you. But it looks like he kind of pushed him or did something to Chaotic, because Chaotic kind of like, step back type thing. It was some movement that definitely happened. So they was finna really get into it. Scrappy tried to explain like, bro, he doing all this dramatic stuff. Everybody act like I'm trying to do something to him. I just walked up to her like, hey, cuz, I need to talk to you. And Zane was like, yeah, I see how you trying to downplay it. But nah, you definitely like put your hands on that man, and not in a good way. Like, let's not. Okay? You definitely was trying to get some stuff started. It wasn't no light tap as you're trying to make it appear. So Chaotic was upset. Scrappy was upset. Everybody was upset, and it just wasn't that deep. It wasn't that deep. I think Scrappy came at Chaotic with some misdirected energy. I really don't think that he was mad about this man writing lyrics or whatever for the, like, you know what I'm saying? So, and I feel like Chaotic could be mad at you for messing around with Amy when you knew that he liked Amy, even though they was close friends, but he ain't even saying nothing about that. So, anywho, child. Spice afterwards talks about how she wants to cancel the whole thing because she feel like people can't get along. And I'm like, you do know that all of this is your fault. All of this is your fault. Because had you never let Amy diss anybody, nobody else would have came up with a diss. Nobody else would have wrote a diss for anybody. Nobody's name would have been thrown under the bus in no way, shape, or form. Amy brought all of these people into play. But you allowed her to do it. So this is your fault. So if you don't want to do it, or you do want to do it, then that's on you. And because of how messy this is, I see why Jock didn't want to be a part of this, okay? But anywho, Jasmine. Afterwards, Jasmine bumps into Yandy and Mendices, and she says something like, "Oh, this is the Kirk Frost, the Kirk the Frost coat or something like that. This the Frost coat." And so I think that's when Richie Dollars was like, "Hey, like, Jasmine, you know Mendices?" Being messy, girl. Just being messy. And she was like, "You don't know me. You don't know me." I felt like she came on strong. She was trying to force him to know exactly who she was and where he knew her from, as if she was the one messing with him. Like she's the one trying to expose him to his wife for messing with her. It was just a bit too much, in my opinion. And he's over there like he don't remember her. So if he doesn't remember you, I feel like just let it go. Like it is what it is. Keep it pushing. Because what's done in the dark gonna come to the light anyway. So just rock out. They get outside. First of all, Erica Racine was like, "I'm not done." And Medici said, "Yes, you are. You're done." Okay? Well, they get outside. And I love it because you over there talking about somebody done, like you punking somebody or something. So they waiting outside on y'all motherfuckers or whatever, okay? They're outside. Erica Racine asked Yandy, like, "So you okay? You just okay with your man fucking other women? You just okay with him cheating on you?" Girl. A mess. Now, Yandy, I feel like that was when you should have ran up in her stuff, in my person. I feel like if you was going to get in her face, you should have got in her face the moment she addressed you about that. Like, BIT, you don't know shit about my marriage. So you can get the fuck about my face with that, right? Well, Mendici asked the girl, like, "Why are you talking? Why are you talking?" She like, "Because I can." And what you finna do? Like, I can't run my mouth. You the one that's being a hoe, being a thought out here all over Atlanta. So then Yandy decides to run in her face then. Now, I don't fully fault Yandy for getting in the girl's face because, you know, she wants to defend her husband. And before I let my husband sit up there and do anything that's going to lead him to catching charges, BIT, I'm going to catch him first, okay? Since you want to be, you know, Thug Luther King Yandy, honey, okay? Then she going to get up in your face, all right? The girl did not flinch. The girl did not move, bitch. Do you hear me? Everybody else on social media praising Yandy. Yeah, Yandy. She got up in her. She got up in how she's supposed to. The girl, she didn't really move anything. She didn't really do anything. That girl did not fucking move. I feel like she barely moved when security came around. Okay? Barely did that. Like, and Yandy said, "You're not gonna be talking to him like that." That girl said, "I just did." And what are you gonna do, baby? And what are you gonna do? Girl, you sure you want to try Erica like that? Okay? Girl, I'm talking about did not flinch, did not step back, did not move. The only thing that was moving was them lips because she wanted that action. Girl, I can't. This is a lot here. Girl, not you running over there trying to put fear in somebody only to realize that you never put fear in them at all. Whoa, that's a lot, okay? So security gets in it, and you know they try to separate it, and I think maybe somebody could have swung, or I don't know if Yandy swung and then the girl swung back, or if it was vice versa. Mendici's trying to push through security to get at women. Mendici's, that's not a good look. That's not a good look. I mean, I would expect it from a person who would put his mama's house up, or what was it? He sold his mama. What was the thing Mendici said? Where when he was doing drugs and stuff, he had to, you know, give up his mama address and all of that. Like, I'm like, for a man that will operate like that, then I guess I shouldn't be too surprised if you would want to, you know, throw hands on a woman. So I guess, because he was trying to get at them. Then he told Yandy if any of them girls touch her, he gonna go crazy and stuff. So I'm like, well, okay then. Now I'm saying defend your wife, but damn. Okay. But anywho, so the girls are going back and forth. The girl, Erica told Yandy, don't you ever get in my face like that again or something like that. She said, and I'll beat your ass. I said, oh, I believe it. I believe it. I do. I do believe it. And Yandy stepping in her face like, you ain't gonna do this, you ain't gonna do that. Yandy just doesn't strike me as that type of girl. She does not strike me as the type of woman that be fighting like that. I just don't. So I see why that girl wasn't afraid, fearful, or none of that, you know. You're not that girl like that. Okay. Now, I don't mean that you can't fight or you can't stomp somebody out, but I will say that it wasn't believable. Okay. Anywho, Yandy feels like, you know, in that moment, it makes her love her husband that much more because she feels like he stood 10 toes down for their family. She feels like, yeah, he had her back. She loves that vibe and she loves him so much. And I'm like, did he really stand 10 toes behind you? Or was it the fact that this young lady was putting out the fact that he could have been with another woman? I don't know. But Yandy felt like it was, you know, he did that for her. So who the hell am I? Congratulations and good luck, okay? That's all that happened on the episode. It was cool for what it was. You guys can leave your thoughts and comments down below on how you felt about this episode of Love and Hip Hop ATL, all right? That's all that I have at this time. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie, that's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
On my city and cul-de-sac, coming out swinging like soldier rag, leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda, we hitting the jeweler, the flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out and came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. When I catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be